Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Vanessa Kelly and today is a Friday quick tips. So I'm gonna go over 5 of my favorite go-to mat exercises. Like when in doubt, these are my 5 exercises I always return back to. So let's start with number 1 here. We're gonna start sitting and this is going to be the half roll back, okay? So we're in a nice tall position, feet are parallel. So we're really aligning those ankles with our knees to our hips here, okay? So taking those arms out in front of you, we're gonna begin with a nice C curve. So slowly you're gonna nod the chin towards the chest. You're going to scoop the belly in towards the spine and allow your upper body to just lower back to a point where you can feel the quivering, right? And especially if it's your first one, it's going to develop maybe sooner than later. Now, the goal is to keep those feet connected into the mat here. So once I've hit my stopping point, I'm going to start to press my feet intentionally into the mat, return, keeping that C curve position, and then restacking myself up at the top here. So let's do 4 more. So nod the chin to the chest, scoop the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, shoulders are down, arms are reaching out in front of you. We're pausing, we'll press intentionally into the feet, scoop the belly, round out a little bit more as we return up into a tall position. So the goal here with these half rollbacks is that we are starting to develop that deeper core connection here while we're mobilizing through the spine. And as we continue to, this is the key element, is keeping the feet pressing down into the mat. That's where we're gonna develop, again, the deeper core activation. And that's where a lot of those components of the core take place. But it's really nice to challenge yourself, especially if you have maybe some difficulties, some challenges with the actual roll up in general. Okay, so taking it all the way, we're gonna come down to our back here and lie ourselves down. So I'm gonna walk my heels in towards my tailbone. We're gonna go into exercise 2, into pelvic curls. So again, I'm in a hook line position. I wanna separate my feet more in a hip distance apart. And then from here, we're gonna rock the pelvis back again for more mobilization. So now you can feel your low back imprinting into the mat. And then you're gonna press and use your arms for leverage as you push into your feet and allow yourself to come up into that nice spinal articulation or bridge positioning here. We're letting our knees reach away from our shoulders, so think in opposition. And then on the way down, we want to intentionally start from the upper back, begin to let that piece of the spine fall down, and then allow each part of the spine to follow, letting the tailbone be the last thing to touch here, okay? So let's try that again a few more times. So rocking the pelvis back for that first imprint of the spine, push through those feet, activate through the backs of the legs here, we lift, hold at the top, and then roll our spine all the way back down. So especially if you have like a tighter back, you might feel like that mobilizing through the spine is more challenging than feeling good at this point. But the more you start to articulate and focus on elongating through the spine, this gets easier and it just feels better. So this is our last one. And I would honestly do anywhere from 3 to 10 repetitions of each of these exercises. Just for today, I'm just showing you a few of the repetitions. So let's go into the 3rd exercise. My favorite is going to the supine spine twist. So I am on the tower today. I'm going to use the tower, the outside poles here, to hold on to. But if you were on the floor, on the mat, I would extend your arms out all the way into a T position. So from here, shoulders are down. I'm gonna take one leg into a tabletop position and then match it to combine them so they're one unit here. So the goal is to keep the shoulder blades down, and we want to, again, just pull the navel in, drop through the rib cage, make sure that we're not arching through the back here. And then we're going to allow the legs to gently glide over to one side. So we're going to the right first, and my left shoulder blade is staying very connected to the mat here. So once we're here, we take a pause And then we use our exhalation to pull the legs back through center. Now, once we're in this position, I want you to start to think about your legs being so heavy. So let's take it to the left-hand side. We're gonna go ahead and take an inhale over to the side, pausing right there. Now using your exhale, think of your legs so heavy, it's really your obliques that are navigating the way back through center. Okay, let's take it again, a couple more times each way. We take the inhale to rotate through the lower extremities. We use the exhalation to pull back through center with intention. Inhale it over, and this is so nice because it does create that spinal mobility through the upper back and lower portion of the spine. Beautiful, one more each way. We can take it over. For an advanced variation, we can extend the legs out, okay? And then pull back through center. And then again, last time, we go out over to the left, extend the legs. You can feel the challenge it creates there, and then coming back through center. Good, and then bringing it down. Excellent, so our fourth exercise here is gonna be our chest lift. So back to hook line, back to hip distance apart there with the feet. We're gonna inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, we're gonna flex and curl up through the spine. So I'm just allowing myself to come up where the shoulder blades lift away from the mat, and then we're gonna lower ourselves back down. Again, these 5 exercises are such good way to, if you're traveling, if you just have a few minutes that you want to get a little bit of heat in and get some movement through your spine. These are my go-to exercises. They've been for years, and this honestly is the default mat warm-up I do with most clients in a private setting, even sometimes in a group class setting. Good, and let's take it again for 2. Exhale up on the flexion. We inhale down to our neutral position. Last time, we exhale up into flexion, and then we are going to inhale it down into our neutral position. Perfect. So our 5th exercise is going to add in rotation so that we can get a little bit of oblique focus once again. So with that being said, we're gonna curl ourselves up into flexion here. We're going to think of our left armpit going over to the right knee. So you're gonna rotate through the spine here. But notice here that the upper body is the only thing that's moving, and the lower portion of your body is so independent from this integration. And we're gonna switch and rotate. So again, I say armpit to knee, mainly because if I was to say elbow to knee, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna reach my elbow over, and then I'm losing my entire form, my framework here. So that's why I say armpit to knee, because it's so important to keep your elbows reaching in opposite directions of the room. Let's take it over to the left and breathe. We'll do one more each way. Back over to the right, back through center, and for the extra bonus for today, as you hold your position at 10 pulses up, perfect. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. And then you can just gently hug your knees in towards your chest. And that is basically your 5 go-to, with a little bonus there at the end of mat exercises that just, if you start to remember these are just like so great to have in your back pocket. So hope you enjoyed these. Let me know which one is your favorite. Drop it in the comments below, and I'll see you next Friday for some quick tips.